Lego is known for many different things, but being able to make real-life foods probably isn't one of them. So, these are some of the best and most bizarre Lego foods in real life that you can come across. Starting things off, here's a straightforward version of a hot dog that has been given the name by some glizzy, but I don't call it that, you might though. The construction consists of spherical 2x2 bricks and a dome piece, which together form the points of this little canine-inspired delicacy in a very artistic manner. And when it comes down to the actual bun of the hot dog, it's using inverted slopes, plates, and tiles that all come together in a way that is seamless, resulting in a finish that is pretty pleasant and pretty satisfying to look at. I mean, this thing looks pretty dang real. Wouldn't you take a bite out of it? Just make sure you don't eat it in a weird way because, hey, yo, bro, what is that? But while that's going on, the focus does shift over to a mouth-watering helping of fried chicken. This variation goes for a mouth-watering drumstick, which is a popular choice among a lot of people. And as for the color choice, which is a striking dark orange tint, it gives an added sense of flair to the overall appearance. The construction then makes use of a method called lateral building, which maybe only pro Lego builders know, but it basically encompasses all four sides of the object being built to ensure an accurate reproduction of the desired chicken shape. You can't mess up a chicken tender or a fried chicken, you gotta get it right. And to top all of that off, here is a simple cookie that has been constructed utilizing tan plates and brown studs that resemble the appearance of chocolate chip cookies. It looks pretty real already, and it's kind of big too. For this next food though, it isn't really too much of a food, but more of a drink. I mean, well, yeah, it is a drink. Look at it. Made by Prime Creations, this is a custom-made Lego version of the famous Prime drink by Logan Paul and KSI. And whether you like the taste or not of Prime, or even like Logan Paul or KSI even, you gotta admit the turnout of this concept is pretty cool. Anyway, moving on though, have a look at a slice of cake made entirely out of Lego, which is a task that does require careful texturizing, where utilizing the reverse sides of plates is required in order to get the desired effect of a cake-like appearance. It's no easy task. The realism is brought out further by also a touch of icing put on the sides of the cake, which is then decorated with various trinkets and topped with a gorgeous candle. And voila, there you go, a slice of cake made entirely out of Lego. You know what people do, is it cake or is it fake? This could pass. The next item on the menu though, see what I did there? Is a small version of sushi, which is a well-liked treat despite the fact that it may be quite expensive sometimes. You see, the salmon finds its place in the dish together with a variety of vegetables and possibly a hint of spicy mayonnaise too, which who eats spicy mayonnaise? Like, I didn't even know that was a thing. The assemblage though also uses a variety of colors to simulate the many components that go into making sushi. I mean, making sushi is no easy task. You gotta get the bamboo thing, the seaweed, the rice, all the ingredients, roll it up together, press it firmly, crush it, cut it, you get the point. And such colors that are used are things such as the black bits that stand out for the seaweed and the white portions that symbolize the rice. And of course, there's no such thing as a full dinner or supper unless it is preceded by a day that promises a mouth-watering treat in the form of a burger combo. So all you need to do to really assemble this delicious burger is just take piece by piece and delicately join it with Technic pins. And even while the building of the Lego may look like it requires a lot of, precise and precision and all that stuff, the end goal is to still create something that both is aesthetically pleasing and yummy for the tummy. I'm never saying that again. That being said though, a wonderfully scrumptious treat that is presented now before you is that of a taco. I mean, who doesn't love tacos, right? It's just a mouth-watering feast that should be savored with any further delay. Like, I would just go down on this thing. For it to happen though, the taco should feature a combination of spherical plates that form the shell of the taco, and meat, chopped tomatoes, sour cream, guacamole, whatever you really put in a taco, and that ever-craved queso are some of the components that are represented by varying shades of sections that come together to form the whole thing. And the end product is a portrayal that is both visual and inventive and successfully conveys the essence of everyone's favorite indulgence on Tuesdays. Who doesn't eat tacos on Tuesdays? Actually, I don't sometimes, but I gotta eat them more. With that though, imagine yourself setting out an unforgettable adventure on which irresistible draw of tortilla chips meets the limitless wonders of Lego construction. Like, who wouldn't want tortilla chips to go with the taco? I mean, a taco is kind of a big tortilla chip. You get the point though. For that, consider your Lego pieces to be colorful ingredients picked from a magical kitchen, where your Lego tortilla chips will take form on a background of tan, smooth tiles which capture the essence of the snack food. You can use the little brown studs with Lego as a miraculous burst of flavor, and you'll get the idea that these Lego tortilla chips are just as crunchy as the real thing. I wouldn't advise you to really eat it, but you could try to take a bite and see, it's pretty crunchy still. Although, here's another question. Who doesn't love coffee, right? Maybe younger people, but still, coffee's great. I mean, coffee is the constant friend that helps us get through the day, whether it's a reassuring morning routine or a lunchtime pick-me-up. We all love coffee, right? Some of us do, at least. Now, picture taking this much-loved activity to the next level by creating a one-of-a-kind Lego coffee masterpiece. Of course, the possibilities are practically limitless when you actually have Lego parts at your disposal, but try carefully placing bricks of various shades of brown and tan in order to imitate the deep color of roasted coffee beans. Then you could capture the steam that rises from a mug of coffee, and you can capture that using the components that are transparent, which adds a touch of reality to the scene. It makes it look a little more real. I mean, imagine that from a distance and you're squinting your eyes, you could mistake it for a real cup of coffee. And you can even experiment with different tile colors for the coffee foam to make it even more attractive. And remember, it's your coffee. You can do whatever you want with it. Using Lego bricks to create a replica of your go-to mug from your neighborhood coffee shop may also be a fun and fulfilling challenge, like what it would be to hold this miniature masterpiece, which features a curved handle and a design that is warm and inviting to anyone. And the cherry on top of the cake, well, the cake was previous in the video, but you might want to consider setting your Lego coffee creation down on a little saucer, which will offer an additional layer when it comes to the realism of it. An attention-grabbing and pleasant ode to everyone's favorite beverage can now be produced with the many textures, colors, and details that Lego all bring together. Meanwhile, you can unleash your creative potential by delving into your Lego creation and beginning on a mission to build a donut that appears to be delicious enough to eat. I mean, all these foods do, but especially the donut. To construct this thing, you'll need the foundation first of the donut, and you could do that by using a variety of bricks with warm colors that can actually make the image and the golden tones of a newly baked donut. So in order to recreate that delectable coating, you'll need to go into your Lego palette and select a palette consisting of glossy components. You need the shininess. Your creative attempt will then receive an additional dose of realism if you do use these to imitate the ooey gooey goodness that is dripping down the edges of your virtual donut. Anyways, not to mention, appreciate the beautiful nuances that go into making donuts one of the world's most craveable foods as you shape the Lego donut masterpiece. And you may also imitate the delicate ridges and folds that develop in the dough as, you know, it rises and bakes using the pieces that you've picked out carefully. And if you want to, you can give your Lego donut an extra dash of the just extra goodness if you consider putting it on a miniature plate that looks like the ones you can get at like a local bakery or Dunkin' Donuts, wherever you really get donuts from. This not only improves the appearance and makes it look more real, but it also adds a sense of humor and fun into the mix. I'm not too sure how it adds a sense of humor, but trust me, it does. Now, behold, your eyes are about to be treated to a marvel of creativity and craftsmanship in the form of a scrumptious turkey dish that has been constructed entirely out of Lego bricks. Because imagine the thrill you'll feel as you'll put together the delicious turkey complete with physical features that look just like the bird's luscious skin. The essence of a jolly Christmas centerpiece is brought to life by each brick that is lovingly set in its proper location, and the rich orange and brown colors blend together to create a seamless effect that replicates the cooked to perfection appearance of a real turkey. Imagine Thanksgiving but with this. Still, that's not all, because to build the traditional side, such as a brick-built stuffing, which is a delicious combination of a tan and brown bricks, and the brick-built roasted vegetables too to go along with it, which have an attractiveness of golden crispiness. Who actually uses the word crispiness? Anyways, the creative flair is continued when you add a cranberry sauce made of Lego bricks that shimmers with translucent red bricks and a mountain of brick-built mashed potatoes that are so realistic you can almost smell them. Unless you've never had this meal before, then you won't really know what it smells like, but you get the point. Let's think about what's on the other hand though, because one of the most effective methods of reaching a state of zen is to focus on confronting a scent of a freshly baked cherry pie floating through the air. That's right, because this aroma is a nostalgic treat that invokes pictures of, like warm kitchens and time spent with loved ones. Like, it just makes you feel good. So picture yourself transforming this memorable event into a one-of-a-kind work of art by constructing your very own Lego pie with Lego bricks in real life. Simply just search through your Lego collection and find a variety of bricks with warm tones, like, like pink and just colorful things that can serve as a representation of the lush colors of a ripe cherry and a golden crust. But now it's time for one of the biggest meals, and that's to create a masterpiece of Lego spaghetti and meatballs. You'll need to begin by collecting a variety of pieces that represent various colors of noodles and delicious meatballs. You should definitely consider using bricks in a tan and brown color scheme to mimic the warm tones of these components. Whereas when it comes to spaghetti, you want to use the long parts that are thin, such as, Technic connectors or flex tubing. They can perform wonderfully in producing a lifelike effect when it comes to, the spaghetti in a bowl. And making the meatballs is definitely a fun and rewarding activity. To recreate the varied, rich textures and colors of these delicious spheres, you can use small studs that are round and come in a variety of colors of brown. You can use light brown, dark brown, medium brown, whatever brown you think works. Just get a mix in there. Definitely experiment with different placements of them too, and make them look as mouth-watery, as tasty as possible, almost to the point where someone could eat it on accident. But don't forget, when you are putting the dish together, try to imagine the sauce as larger flat pieces and a brilliant shade of red that are draped over the spaghetti to capture the essence of a hearty Italian supper, right? And honestly, you'll just need a bit of imagination and a few carefully chosen Lego pieces, and you'll bring the magic together of spaghetti spaghetti meatballs in real life. Now time to create a stack of precisely textured Lego waffles by carefully stacking bricks that look like Lego waffles on top of one another. This would then result in a design that looks appetizing and crisscross, which would then make your mouth water, maybe, if you really like waffles. The bricks' warm golden brown textures capture the spirit of a newly baked waffle, while the inventive use of smooth and textured components give it a touch of lifelike realism, which is the whole point. As you go further on too, you'll get the sensation of you're like almost like you're a culinary architect, because you're creating a masterpiece that bridges together the gap between the joy of playing with Lego bricks and the pleasure of indulging in morning goodies. Okay, honestly, comment right now, pancakes or waffles? That being said and done though, let's now tap into our inner DJs to create Lego marshmallow pops. Everybody loves marshmallow pops. I mean, I've never tried it, but it sounds really good. To begin, you gotta use bricks that are sleek and black in color to create DJ headgear, and then attach these to stick-like Lego pieces, which will then function as the pop handles so that the pop can be held, because how else are you gonna make it? Now comes the exciting part though, to build the marshmallow heads by constructing them out of white bricks and giving them round, charming contour. But for another dessert, on the other hand, you can take it up a notch and step into your imaginative sphere as you build little s'mores out of Lego bricks and marshmallows too. To get started with these ones, you'll need fashion bases similar to graham crackers by gently shaping tan and brown bricks into the desired shape. And after that, you can construct a chocolate layer with bricks that are either very dark brown or completely black. And in the end, simply put the finishing touches on your masterpiece by constructing round marshmallow top out of white Lego round pieces, and voila, your masterpiece of s'mores is now ready to be admired by others, but don't let others eat them on accident. And on the other hand, during the hot summer months too, which summer is right now, who doesn't enjoy a nice cold Coke too? So picture yourself putting together the foundation of your Lego Coke masterpiece by skillfully stacking bricks of smooth red color to create the color associated with cola. You can recreate the iconic Coke label too, and like the logo, by employing a compelling mix of printed and stickered tiles, capturing the essence of the classic red backdrop and the bold white Coca-Cola logo all in the process. Now is when the magic happens, because you gotta infuse the magic of the fizz with the Coke with a sprinkle of clear circular bricks that have been precisely positioned to represent the bouncy attraction of recently opened bottles of Coke. But thankfully, that's not the end of the culinary adventure that you can do with Lego, because there's always a place for sunny side ups, or eggs. Who doesn't love eggs? So you can construct a round dish of a variety of tan and brown Lego parts, which will then serve as a base for our Lego eggs, cooked with a sunny side up technique, which is the most iconic look, to be honest. Now it's time to make the egg whites, which consists of an attractive blend of white and light yellow bricks placed in a circular shape that mimics the straightforward appearance of traditional eggs, and prepared with the sunny side up method. And oh, look at those yolks, man. God damn, look at those things. Wow. Finally, you can also allow your creativity to come full circle as you build a star of the edible canvas out of Lego bricks that are spherical and transparent to suggest the richness of the golden egg yolk. You know what I mean? Basically, you're just adding more hints of detail. Though, you know what could be the most fun to cook with Lego? Well, if you guess Lego tater tots, aren't they just so perfectly synced now? We don't really have pictures of this because you can try to build it for yourself. So for that to happen, you have to start by creating a makeshift dish out of Lego bricks to use as a oil bath, and line the inside of your dish with your supposed parchment paper that is safe to use in this supposed oven. The frozen Lego tater tots are then to be placed on your Lego dish, as they are to take a joyful, nice, fun dive into the oil bath, which makes them very crispy, I promise you. And while they're sizzling up to a golden splendor, a separate Lego slide is waiting, ready to greet you and ready to be showered with a sprinkling of seasonings that you have chosen, which can range from green Lego zesty herbs to bold orange Lego brick spices. And how can you forget the ketchup? Bro, who eats these without ketchup? So given that adding a flavorful dip of sauce to your food makes eating an experience, why don't you just grab a piece of red and yellow Lego brick to act as though you've just whipped up some incredible salsa and some cheese dip? Or who actually eats cheese dip? I guess some people like it. Anyway, let's end off with a rundown of the amazing cookbook that we have just created so far with the one and only cereal bowl. Everybody starts their morning with this. Find a lovely collection that you can of bright bricks that mimic the rich colors of your preferred breakfast cereal, and then put them in the bowl. But wait, you can't forget the milk. Well, when it comes to the milk though, here's where it comes in. You have to choose bits that are nice and smooth and white, because they wonderfully imitate the milk's creamy texture. Again, for the cereal, use small spherical studs in a fun assortment of colors, just like the range of colors that you would find in a bowl of cereal in the morning. You gotta make sure you do it right. You can then use the flat base parts for the bottom and the elements with a slope for the sides to give it the traditional bowl form. So which of these yummy treats are you gonna be making for yourself, or did you just watch it because these all look super satisfying to you? Well, let me know in the comments below, and also subscribe to the channel.